It just seems like everybody that is on a dating app or everybody that is in the dating world is trying to just rush through all of these steps and get to sort of like that final, I don't know, finish line of a relationship, which is like, you want me, I want you, let's be together, right? It's like, we don't even want to do the cutesy little flirting things anymore. We don't want to prolong that. We don't want to have several dates before, going to bed together. It almost feels like let's just fuck immediately on the first date. Like the whole getting to know each other thing, like having it be so intimate and personal, it feels like it's so rushed nowadays. And with technology and social media and dating apps, it makes sense a little bit, but I don't think that's what the real core of the problem is. I think the reason why it's getting more and more rushed these days is because, first of all, we can access people a lot quicker and easier with dating apps and social media. But I think the thing that everyone is rushing for so unnecessarily is the feeling of, and this is a feeling that I know very well for myself, is something that I know that this feeling is something that I used to strive for, and now that I've successfully decentered men from my life and decentered romantic relationships from my life as something that I need or necessarily even want, which at this point in my life I don't. I know very well what this feeling is and what it feels like, and when you achieve this feeling on your own, which is genuinely the only way you can actually achieve it successfully is on your own, that is when you can decenter men and women and relationships and all of that jazz, because the feeling that so many people are looking for is the feeling of validation, the feeling of love, of somebody else saying, hey, I pick you, I think you're valid, I think you're worthy and deserving of love, and I choose you. And then you choose me, and we kind of give that feeling to one another, the validating feeling of existence between another human being or with another human being. It's that feeling that we're all striving for. It's not necessarily even a relationship that we want anymore. It's just to be validated by another person because of our fucking insecurities and childhood traumas. And it's so, I'm sorry to say, sad. And I'm not calling the people sad that want it, because I was that person once too. And it made sense for me why I wanted it in relation, or like according to what I went through in my childhood and the kind of familial structures that I had growing up, or like role models that I had. But this feeling of validation is never going to be something you can achieve by finding a partner, by getting into a romantic relationship. And that is something that really needs to be drilled into people's heads, because no matter how many people you date, no matter how many people you get to fall in love with you and tell you that you are amazing and funny and smart and lovable and deserving and worthy and blah, 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 you will never actually believe it, because the only way to really believe it and solidify it within yourself is by you giving yourself that feeling, by you telling yourself, I don't need anybody else to tell me I'm deserving and worthy of love other than me. I need to tell myself those things. And when I can truly believe that for myself without any other person telling me that, that is when it is real. That is when it is true. And that is when you realize this whole societal expectation of needing to be in a relationship and needing to have men or women, whichever you prefer, or both, sort of at the center of life, and what we're striving for is not only, but like one of the main things, that all falls away because you realize, I don't actually need to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend or partner to validify my existence. I am enough to validify my existence and my worthiness to be loved on this planet. I don't need anybody else to tell me that. And to be quite frank, when you come to that realization and you sit back and you think about the fact, do I actually want a relationship right now? Do I actually want to be in a committed relationship right now? Am I ready? Am I wanting? Am I in a place in my life where I can actually, find somebody and be with somebody long-term, committed, whatever? And a lot of the times, I think a lot of people come to the realization that they don't.